I'm going to put it in not that there's anything wrong with that. And
Okay.
and
In every way, I think this game is superior to The Legend of Zelda. I think the battle system is better.
There's no way that it's better than Ninja Turtles.
There is every way that it's better than Ninja Turtle. Not Oh my gosh. Huh? Loser? All right. It's a wonder your channel doesn't grow as fast with
I know,
alienating
because
everyone,
I'm so,
Steve.
I'm so
That's good.
charming and yeah, not at all.
He's going to do a sales pitch for mugs while you say this nonsense.
What the hell are you doing, you schmucks? Head on over to retronate-shop.fourthwall.com, or you could stop being a mook and head over to the store tab on his YouTube channel. Who the hell is this Schlemiel? He's got 2 thumbs, he likes Retronate, he's okay with me. Go over to the page, buy the stuff, support your boy.
Adam is up next with our next selection.
so I was pleasantly surprised at this one. And this was a game that I played a lot, again, at that same friend's house because he had the game and I didn't. But neither one of us could ever beat it. And I still to this day have not completed this game. Little Nemo, the Dream Master. That game is hard as hell.
It is hard.
Why is it so hard?
That's what she said.
It is deceptively difficult because the
So
cover
hard,
makes you think it'll be the easiest walkthrough simple game. Yeah.
The cutesiness
in
of this
PJs,
game.
how hard can it
really-
be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cutesiness of this game is very deceptive, but no, it's very hard.
As of the recording of this, that video has not actually dropped. It's going to drop on Tuesday. That's the last one of the first 50 that I've done. My title for it is literally, "How is this game so hard?" That was my only takeaway of this game. It was ridiculous.
It's shockingly hard. And it's one of those, even when I'm playing it, I'm like, why? Why is this so hard?
That's what she said.
It's ridiculous.
Steve, did you end up finishing it or no?
No, of course not. You did.
Of course not. It was.
Steve just edges video games.
He's not lying.
It was brutally tough, but once you get through the 3rd level, which is the train level, maybe that's the one that's stopping point, but like that level was crazy hard. You're on top of it. So if you get through the first 2, there's a level where you're riding on a train the whole time, and airplanes are coming at you, and they got hot air balloons bombing you with different things. But if you can get through that one, it does open up a little bit. From like levels 4 to 7, it gets a little bit easier. And then, so the last mechanic, the Nightmare Land last level, is actually split into 3 stages where you have 3 different bosses you have to take care of.
Of course you do.
But by that time, you get a new weapon that you can use. So it does make it a little bit easier. But they give you candy.
Anxiety.
They give you candy to throw at animals, and then when they are lulled to sleep, you wear their skin. Crazy tough game. It was a lot of fun.
Pretty heavy
once
metal
you get
though. I
through
mean,
that,
he's
but-
wearing animal skin. I mean, it's pretty. You don't mess with Nemo.
That's right.
Just saying.
Did you know that there's a new Little Nemo game coming out? Little Nemo Guardians of Slumberland.
Oh.
You can wishlist it on Steam. I backed the Kickstarter, baby.
Wow.
Ooh, no kidding. Well, I had that one. So, Adam, I'm sorry, I'm overtaking here. You chose it. Where do you rank it?
If it wasn't so damn impossible to complete, I would like it. I would put it a lot higher than what it is. But again, like for me, I feel like accessibility has to be a good quality for a game to be in the top tier. And
that's fair.
Like you said, just because a game looks cute doesn't mean that it's a good time. And to me, it was very punishing. Now, that being said, it is an NES game, and NES games are known for difficulty. I get that, but I often attribute this to like they're all in the boardroom and there's just like fire and the programmers are laughing and they're like, they're never gonna beat this one. We'll put a kid with PJs on there and we'll sell millions.
They did. Everyone had this too. I remember.
True. Well, except me, but my friend had it.
Your friend had it. You had a friend who had it.
I have a complete copy on my shelf.
Oh my gosh.
But I would put it in, not that there's anything wrong with that. It's a good game. It'll just make you question why you picked up a controller in the first place.
Yeah. I have it right in the kind of the lower end of not that there's anything wrong with that.
Did
but
you
I could
actually
totally see
beat
it
all
being-
these games legit? You didn't
Legit.
cheese any of these? You legit beat them.
What does cheese mean? Like
Did you
no
save
glitches.
Did you save state?
No,
your
no
way?
save state. No, these are all start to finish. Yeah.
Yeah, Nate's what we call a real
I
gamer.
show my bald to you.
Yeah, that is the hope. Is to
I
try
don't
to
like
get through them
watching
all,
Nate's videos because they make me feel bad.
That's just a reminder to all of you to subscribe to the channel if you too would like to feel bad.
You want to feel bad? Watch Nate because he's really good. Watch me if you want to hear and fart jokes.
And there you have it, folks. There is the line.
Yeah,
Steve, do you disagree, or is that in the right
no,
spot?
that's
Not
absolutely
anything
where
wrong with that?
that's where
Me
I would
too.
put it 100%. Yeah, it's
I
not
like
it's
it.
not a bad game. It's just too effing hard. But it's got.
I'm
but
sorry,
what-
guys. You're just too darn loud.
Yeah, but no, seriously, the mechanics of it are super cool, and the game has a lot of possibilities that, like, I don't know of any other NES game that really had them. But it's just too damn hard. Yeah.
All right, Steve, you are up. You get to pick the next one.
All right. I wanted to do one that's not going to be their real and their spectacular here, and it's going to be the antithesis of what I just did. Dragon Warrior 2.
Not good. I've never played this one.
Prognosis negative.
I love George's delivery of that. It's so good.
I know, right? And he sounds so excited. No,
Prognosis negative.
This game, oh man, it is a freaking slog. The world is too big.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
There's just too much. It's just too much in every way. It's just too much. And
You sounded like Kramer. It's too much, Terry. It's too much.
It's too much. It is. In every way is just too much. And I think they hit it out of the park so hard on the first Dragon Warrior that they're like, man, we're going to add all this extra blah, 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 blah. And what it just makes, what it reminds me of is someone who cooks a dish that everybody likes, and then they decide, oh, I'm going to add a bunch of really cool extra stuff to it, and it's going to be really special next time. And then you eat it, and you're like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
It's convoluted. A lot of the enemies are just really, really just flat out unfair, if not borderline unfair. This game is stupid. I mean, I think you ought to try it, because I think the Dragon Warrior series is one of the greatest.
Oh, you're really
series.
selling it.
But I don't.
It sucks. We'll get it today.
I don't think you need to finish it. But no, this game is. It's no joke. I've tried to stream it. I want to say like 3 different times, and I always give it up.
I agree with you. I did play it on stream. This one, any of the RPGs we do on stream instead of pre-record, and this was like, I think I said it has to end tonight 3 times as the thumbnail for it, because by the time you get through the main story of it, get all of the kind of crests you need to kind of get towards the end of the game, the path to Rhone is insane. It's so difficult, and then you get through the cave, which is just insane as it is, and you get out and you try to get to that last monolith, your last save spot, and you end up getting murked by the extra level of enemies you got to face out there. It was a lot to do. It tried to blend the grinding and the amount of stuff you had to do, but the appeal to the game was never the stuff you had to do. The appeal to the game was the simplicity of the grind, and they made it way more difficult in this one. I had it as a low end. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't disagree that I could see it certainly falling into the kind of a negative feedback on it.
You know those meme pictures where you see where it's like one has to disappear forever. If you had all 4 of the NES Dragon Warriors, this one, I wouldn't even hesitate to send this one to the fiery depths and never play it again.
I've never played it, but I'm trying to look like I'm involved. Like, oh yeah, the monolith. Yeah, I know. It's very different.
Oh, that's one lith in Greek. Okay.
One lith, Jerry.
One lith, Jerry. Lith, Jerry. Lith. All right. My choice. What do we got? Some kind of an NES game here. Battletoads is on their list.
I really wanted to say yaws earlier.
It's pronounced yaws. Apparently, you just eat divers.
But like, I wanted to sneak it in and be like, yeah, and then you had like the big epic fight with yaws at the end, and just to see if you guys would be like, did he just say yaws?
All right, I'm going to do this because of a pre-recording little mini conversation with Adam. I am going to rank Metalstorm next. So this is one that Steve has not played, but it's one that Adam has played. So I had never played this as a kid. I never had access to it. I was so impressed with how much they packed into an NES game here. The main draw of the Metalstorm game is the gravity flip mechanic. So you can basically change that gravity can, instead of pulling you to the floor, can actually, ascend you to the ceiling, and you use it that way. It's a one-hit kill game. It's a platformer. It's a one-hit kill game, but you do have the ability to acquire an extra hit point. You have some limited weapon upgrades you can get. But every level that you approached in this thing was just a unique way of processing it. There's vertical looping that goes on in the game, so you really can't fall down pits. You just loop back down from the ceiling, which is really interesting. You start to get used to that. The way they utilize that mechanic throughout the whole game was just truly unique. I haven't really seen a game kind of challenge me mentally going through what should be a pretty straight through platformer the way that this one did. Bosses were unique, very challenging. And the last thing I'll say about it, like Contra is a one-hit kill game, but your defense against that are the crazy amount of weapon upgrades you can get. In this game, they didn't give you the crazy weapon upgrades, but they gave you the extra hit point and some other mechanics you could use to help. But it was such a different level design and a different way to process a game. I have it on the low end of Masters of their Domain. I think it's that good.
Yeah, man. My experience with this game, me and a buddy of mine had started a channel called Achievement Unlocked, and it was like through our experiences of Retro League, where we were doing like challenge runs of retro games and creating things, and I was doing the no death run Castlevanias and stuff. So we were like, we should just do a whole channel about this. So it came time to do like my first game, and I'm like, I have no idea what game I want to do, and I'm like going through the library, and I'm just trying to find things, and I'm panicking because I have to start soon, and I still don't have anything. So I just played 2 minutes of Metalstorm, and I was like, oh, this game's got a flippity flip. That's pretty sweet. So I was like, let's just try that. So I started to learn the no death run from Metalstorm off playing it for 2 minutes. And,
oh wow.
And I just started grinding it out. So level by level, I just went through, and it is truly, like you said, it is really cool how they teach you the anti-gravity mechanic, but then force you to do it in different ways. The last level is with all the different
crazy.
You're going up and down.
All the platforms falling, you're flipping up, and it's just. Yeah.
And it's like a two-loop game where, you play through it, and then you got to go back through it again to get the true ending at the, whatever.
Yeah, the master quest after,
Yeah. So I was looking it up because I didn't want to be wrong. But I did get that no death run, and I got 18th on the speedrun.com leaderboard for Metalstorm. And I'm sharing it with Arcus, who is number 12. So it's
who's that? He's never done anything.
The only time I've ever been on a board with somebody.
Okay, easy. This is for children.
But I really love the game.
We don't want to start any gang wars here, Steve.
Right, exactly.
I would put it as, for me personally, but see, I don't want it to be the final all say all. So just as an asterisk, I would put it at the very top, just because I have such a appreciation for learning the ins and outs of the game and trying to come up with my own strategies to do it and that whole thing. But at the end of the day, I can see how it would be kind of a snoozer for some people. And I hate to be the neutral guy, but I've got to put it as there's not anything wrong with that. Again,
you know what's great? There. You can do whatever you want because it's actually my pick. I chose it. So I'm putting it in Masters of Domain.
That's right.
You are welcome to pretend that you have control of it. That's fine.
Right. That's right. I take it back.
Here's what I'll say. Adam's nicer than me. I can't understand how anyone would be lost on it because it's so mentally interesting to process every level, looking at both the ceiling and the ground as the terrain of how you're going to proceed. Like it's just different than any game I've played, and I think it's if you don't like it, you might be dumb. All right, Adam, why don't you pick one? Why don't we do Adam and Steve for one more each?
Let me say one real quick thing. This game, if you're inexperienced with it, try to find someone streaming it on Twitch or something, or YouTube or wherever you watch your streams. This game is really fun to watch. Interesting to watch. Watching Metalstorm stresses me the hell out because I look at it and I'm like, how do people do this? I'm never playing this game. But it's super cool. It's super cool.
It's just building block fundamentals. Like same thing you said about Bionic Commando. You learn it through the course of the map. Same thing here. And then they stretch you.
And it's giant robots. What's not to like?
It is cool.
Well, no, looking at the box art, it's super cool. I'm kind of glad I never discovered this as a kid because I think it would have made me even to a more bigger ball of anxiety than I already am.
Okay.
I would totally zoned in that I was picking Metalstorm. It didn't even occur to me that you'd already picked it.
Tough nuggets, pal. All right.
All right, what do you got, Adam?
Oh, my turn. Okay.
My turn.
My turn. So I'm gonna go with another one that I've got a good experience with, and that I grew to appreciate much more over the course of playing it. The beloved Ninja Gaiden for NES. Ninja Gaiden 1. Learning to no death that game was an experience from beginning to end. Let me tell you. And I really enjoyed it. As much as that game kicks you in the digital genitals, it does give you a very that sense of accomplishment and reward when you do complete it. It's a tour de force from beginning to end.
The Digital Genitals was my Fantasy Tecmo Super Bowl team name, actually. So
Digital
that's
Genitals?
so funny you mentioned that. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it really wasn't.
Yeah.
I was going to call that as the name for me and
I'm a
Adam's
liar.
punk band. Digital Genitals.
Digital genitals.
What tier do you put it in, sir?
Oh, I got to put it at the very top. There's no one that would argue with you that it's not. I don't think. And if they don't, they're wrong. So,
I like that very much. Steve, any thoughts?
I have to brag on myself because
As well you should.
I want to say a year and a half ago or so, I got dared to low percent this game, and I made it. I made it to the end of the game. I didn't beat it, but I made it to the final level. So that was pretty crazy. Low percent means like
no power-ups, right?
Yeah, like no power-ups, and like you have to like basically just kind of brute force everything.
Sword only.
And I didn't even practice. It was live on stream. I should go back and find that.
Didn't even practice. Look at him.
No, I didn't even practice. And I have a complete copy. No, I'm just joking. This game is like iconic. I mean, everything from the music to the gameplay to the story, man. This story got me when I was a kid. Like every bit of it. The intro video, like before you press the start button, every bit of it. Yeah, this is like cinema quality. Like they need to make a movie of this.
It was in the pizza shop, the arcade machine that had the intro scene going on repeat all the time. Oh man, that's memories right there.
One thing I want to drop in and make sure that we touch on is that Ninja Gaiden also has the added benefit that I think it counts to its credit as no other game can get, is that it was the play-in game for Jimmy in The Wizard. So I think we should also mention that Ninja Gaiden was the game that you had to play.
And I think it corrected a lot of us honkies from calling it Gaiden.
That's right.
Ninja Gaiden.
That's right.
I was one of those. But no, don't play the arcade version. The arcade version's terrible. But the NES version is pretty freaking rad.
I had it top tier for me. This is my fourth overall game on this list. Yeah. And I think everything Steve said about the cinematic story presentation, that was the part I loved the most about the game. The game itself plays very smooth and it's fun, responsive controls, all that. The sub weapons are great. And learning it is a challenge. Yes, the digital genital kicks, but also the satisfaction when you're done. You get a rich story that I think I described it as playing the levels felt like an interruption to the game. Like I wanted to see the cutscenes more than I wanted to play the game. Yeah. It was just how I took it in. So I'm right with you, Adam. It is in the top tier. Yeah. By the way, Retro Runner can go kick rocks because he's so damn good at that game. It bothers me.
Yeah. Big love to our boy Retro Runner, fastest in the world, baby.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Why don't you take us home? Give us one more pick for this episode, and then we'll wrap until next time.
Okay. Back to the Future, blimp.
Yes.
This is an indefensible game. It is indefensible. Wait, was it your video where you explained how what the music loop was? Or am I thinking?
No, I think I needed it explained to me, but I heard the story. Go ahead.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I can't remember what it is. So if you know it, you can tell it. But it's like a clip of the Power of Love. Is that what it is?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, it's like a second and a half clip of the Power of Love sped up like 20 times and played on a loop forever. It's yeah, everything about this game is awful and a massive disappointment. I have a really great story about.
I'm pretty sure those are my wife's wedding vows.
Starting to sound like my parents, Steve.
Yeah.
I have a really great story about Back to the Future 2 and 3, both in the same cartridge that I will share at another time. But no, this game's just terrible, man. I mean, yeah. If you don't know why, go watch Nate's video. It's just awful.
Oh, it's awful. Adam, did you play this one?
No.
Never played it. It was like, and as someone who just adores the movie and the movie franchise, I just thought they were all great. Even the hokey ones, 2 and 3. But when you have that movie and all that you could do with an NES game, like NES at the height of its popularity, that movie at the height of its popularity, and you churn this thing out, what a slap in the face to everyone who put any trust into the idea that you might take more than 2 seconds to make a game. I don't know. It's like Paperboy's ugly cousin. It's just repetitive and terrible.
I've never seen it played even. I don't know anything about it.
Stop bragging. Okay.
Rough.
That's probably a well-adjusted human being. It's like, it's what they would show POWs, I think, to get them to crack. Wow. I don't know. It's just, that's insensitive. Probably want to cut that. But nonetheless, it was just a terrible, terrible game. Start to finish. It's the same thing. You're just walking down the street. Your weapon is a bowling ball. You get a skateboard every now and then. That's like the one thing that they made that was related to the movie. But then the music is incessant. It's sped up Power Love. And then they have like 4 different types of levels in the middle where there's like root beer tapper, basically. You got people coming at you. You got to hit them with shakes or something at Lou's Cafe. You got to defend kisses from your mother at the high school, and then you got to go to the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. That might have been the coolest level in the game, where you have to play the music notes, and then you get one chance to go back to the future. Just one. If you fail, no matter if you have all the lives that you've stored up to that point, you have to start over again. There's no continues. Doesn't matter how many lives you have. One chance to get the DeLorean up to 88 before you get out of there. I am so glad I never have to play.
It's like landing the plane in Top Gun.
Awful.
Everybody talks.
Screw ET on Atari 2600. This may be the worst game ever made.
It might be, and for me, it is the worst on this list.
Wow.
Yeah, no question. Yeah,
I feel like I'm going to have to play it just for one principle at this point.
You really should. I mean, because I honestly can't think of a single redemptive thing about it. And this isn't even one of those spicy gamer hot takes, trying to farm and get. No, it is literally just awful. It's so bad. And it's, like you said, shocking to take such a beloved IP like Back to the Future and just give it this kind of treatment. When you were talking about Jaws earlier, I don't know that it was really like a known thing back in the day that LJN was just the branding of death. Like I don't know. If that really got like figured out or pointed out to us until the internet age, but yeah, you look back and it's like, this is one of the worst of LJN.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's many, but this is one of them.
There are many. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And thank you again to It's Beer O'Clock. Go right now and subscribe to their channel. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Make sure that you are catching up on all of their content, as well as the next episode of this that's going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks, as we get through all of the first 50 games that I have completed on the channel, ranking them start to finish. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Adam, and thank you, Steve, for joining me. I look forward to doing this again.
Nate's an awesome dude, a really, really good friend, and his videos are fantastic and also useful as opposed to the crap that me and Adam make. If you just want to have a good time while video games are happening, we're a great source of that, but nothing useful.